All right, so how do you play this character, man? Let's acquaint ourselves with all of the special moves, I suppose, first, because Nier, obviously her big thing is special cancels. But let's talk about the individual ones, right? So there's Fatal Waltz, which is a little stabby. I call this stabby. Light version, right? A little quicker. A lot of Nier's medium specials follow this trend, where the medium ones have a significantly longer startup than anything else, but they are either like insanely plus, or for the startup they get a lot in return, right? Like I think this hasn't been nerfed. I think this is still like an NRS number plus on block, right? This shit is plus 65, right? Very slow startup. You saw first active frame is 52 or something like that, but it's very plus, right? The heavy version, faster, more slices, kind of a middle ground, a little plus, a middle ground kind of between the medium, the light version, and that sort of pattern repeats, right? Light Misfortune. None of the Misfortunes have armor on them anymore. Death does not basically function as a meterless DP. It was a weird DP in the first place. It was kind of slower. It was like somewhere between a parry and an armor stance or something, but, none of these have armor anymore. They are mostly combo tools, as far as I'm aware, like launchers and stuff like that. The U version is still a DP, but otherwise, again, light is quick and minus, medium is slow and plus. This special now also follows that same trajectory that the rest of them did. It didn't used to until the buff. And then heavy, right? Actually more minus, but faster and good for frame traps, right? But yeah, if you ever block heavy Misfortune, you should absolutely be killing Death. And then 2-2 is, the Claw. Right. I'm not gonna lie, Break, you can ignore every special outside of 2-1-4-H and U skills. I'm gonna go over them still. I think the U one is the DP, right? So the Claw is another weird one, right? Light is minus, quick, a poke, I guess. But I feel like it's not very common that you see this outside of maybe a special to special chain, right? 2-2M, very similar, right? Very slow, more plus. 2-2H is quicker, and I think this one's also not, the only plus versions of this are M and U, right? So quicker, better effect on hits, but also minus. And then the U version, this move is, that move, this shit, seeing this to this day, man, still just gives me flashbacks, because boy, oh boy, was this, all of these U skills used to be absolutely absurd, and they're still good, but they got changed in a way that I personally think makes them a lot worse. So Death used to just be invincible during these U skills, you couldn't really do anything about it. But also, these could not be used as part of a special chain, right? Now, you can cancel the end of these into a special, which you couldn't do before, but Death also loses her invincibility at the end. So you can just, if you ever block something like this, you see the amount of chip that does, by the way, is insane. But if you ever block something like this, you can just, if I can time it here on the bot. Oh no, they're not gonna do it, okay. I guess, I don't even know how much you have to delay, man. Like, yeah, is 30 frames enough? It might miss a long-ass move. Oh, they're not doing it. You know what, don't worry about it. The point is, you can Brave counter at the end of this and kill Death for it, right? You can also mash, I guess, but assuming if they do like some kind of special, you can get frame trapped, probably, right? I remember Nier anti-RS, anti-spot dodge setups. Yeah, the character is not what she once was, not even close, sir. But yeah, so this move, right, is, let me turn off Brave counters, right? Very plus on block, good effect on hits as well, right? Combo starter on hits. You can do all of your funny Nier shenanigans, you get the idea. Not a ton of recovery for Nier either. Still a solid move. The only difference is now, again, if this gets blocked, you might get Brave countered, and then you're deathless and you're bottom one by a mile, etc., right? And then there's Ominous Turn, right? Which is, again, this sort of, it's her fireball, kind of, like it's her throwing death at you. Very similar pattern, right? Light is quick. It doesn't give you, like, that crazy of an effect on hits, right? But, it's functional, I guess. Medium, slow, right? But way to steal turns, right? Plus a lot on block right there. And then heavy is, this used to be the GOAT. It's still, it's still a good move up close, but yeah, this is the one that got nerfed really badly, right? It does not go nearly as far as it used to if it doesn't hit anything by the 4th active frame. And the U version, right? Big ol' space control thing, very plus on block. You can roll this, right? You can spot dodge this. This is certainly not something you just throw out. It is reactable, and people can, roll through death and then kill the Nier behind it, because it is a very long animation that you get stuck in here, right? 48 frames. But, still a solid option, and can be used in some combos and stuff like that. A nice poke, a call out, potentially. Death is still invincible while she's doing this, right? Until the end, anyway. So yeah, those are now obviously there's a lot more nuance in Nier's specials are rarely just used individually like this. They are chained into each other very often, right? This is where like I don't necessarily know a lot of the sauce. One of the very classic ones that has been the case since day one, as far as I'm aware, is if someone blocks Ominous turn, basically you can do this after, which is very plus on block, and it gets your turn started and things like this. There's a mashable gap in the start here where someone can mash, or you can do this. No, sorry, you can do. What am I doing? I'm trying to H Misfortune. There you go. H Misfortune. You can do H Misfortune after. That is, death dies if they block that, right? But if they try to mash expecting it to be 2-3-6-H, and they get frame trapped, and you get a combo, right? So there's a lot of nuance in how you can chain Nier's specials together to create different combos, different pressure strings. You can use L instead of H. Fair enough. I guess you get on counter hits. Do you still get like a good situation off of L? Because yeah, there is one thing to note. True, is that it is more important to, or it is more expensive. Sorry, to cancel into EX specials, right? EX specials cost 2 death stocks baseline. Light specials cost 1. A cancel adds 1. Right, so if you go, if I go like EX into EX, that's 5. If I go light into light, that's 3. Because there's 1 extra on the X every time there. You can get 2-2H. So if I do like this, that, oh yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so there's a lot of nuance to how to exactly to chain Nier's specials together to make different pressure situations, different combos, stuff like that. We're gonna try and figure some of that out, I guess. But that's that's one of those things where I only know kind of what I've seen, right? I only know, like, it's like, it's like the fly spell in Freerin. We memorized how the demons did it, but we never learned the base principles. Like, I can do stuff that I remember other Niers doing to me, right? But I don't have the chain theory in general, right? I believe you can't BC in the middle of blocking 2-3-6-U, no, or you get hit at the end. At the end, you can. Let me show you. Death loses her invul now towards the end of the move. But in the middle, yeah, it's a bad idea. If she does it like right away, right? And I try to brave counter. Well, I guess, okay, Nier has to not be, hold on, let me have her send Death out a little bit. Right? Because obviously if we hit Nier, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, too early. Right? That's not gonna work. But what you can do is nearer to the end, Death loses her invul, right? So you can brave counter and kill Death like that, no matter what else. Even if they chain it something else, something like that, it'll still kill Death. But yeah, in the middle is a bad idea. But this didn't used to even be you couldn't even do it at the end previously. Death would maintain her invul the entire way, basically. This is new. This is kind of the price that Death pays for being able to do this into like another special, which he couldn't do before. I'm gonna watch NIC for Pokemon's to cheer on Italy. Is there any other Nier questions? Give me a tag on Discord. Sure thing, Luca. Thank you for the explanation earlier. But yeah, so there's, as far as how exactly to use the special moves, we'll figure it out, man. We'll try and figure out some combos. We'll try and figure out some basic pressure. This is a character that is, again, she's more unique than most, right? So there's gonna be a little bit of learning here. Nier does not necessarily pressure and combo the way that other characters do. It used to be that it wasn't the best way to do it, but she was so good you still could, then it would work out. Right? Now it's like, no, you actually have to use the puppet, or the character is just straight garbage, right? If you're not, like, taking advantage of your special cancels. Tried to learn this character on release, and I was like, too hard, let's play Anila. Yeah, and they made her harder post-rework, Circular. Right? It was easier to pay less attention to her unique mechanics. All you needed to know on launch was volleyball? Right. So with that in mind, I actually don't know what the combo guide looks like here. It might be helpful for some sort of combo. Like most of this, when you do this, it's good for combo theory, right? It's not necessarily that you're going to do the exact combos they're doing, but knowing that, like, far H goes into 2-1-4L or something like that is more so, or like, that goes into this, and we know that goes into this kind of thing, right? It's about figuring out the combo theory from these. So sure. Auto combo 2-1-4H, and then yep, and then this is the volleyball combo that people talk about, basically. Clag and Totem Tuts. We're on Nier today? Yeah. Guard Crush combo. 6-6M? What? No, oh, M Fatal. Oh, I see. I was like, Guard Crush, I thought it was Raging Strike. No, I see. Yes, it's the thing that Niers love doing very often, right? Is they set this up, they go for the cross up, and then you die from there. You can do that off a knockdown, potentially. Nier's like trying to steal the round. Her 6-6M. Oh, we should talk about her dash normals first. All her normals, actually. Let me, before we go into the combo trials, let me do that, right? Far L, right? Decent Far L. Nothing wrong with that, Far L. Far M got buffed, right? It's 9 frames now. Again, keep in mind all of these normals besides the lights are going to be buffed if Death is not around, right? Pretty solid Far M, right? 9 frames, kind of big. 2M is a really good button. This got nerfed too, but this used to be insane. It's still pretty good, right? It's still a pretty big 7 frame low hitting medium when Death isn't out. Again, when Death is out, it becomes a pretty small, right? A pretty small low hitting medium because usually this exact combination of characteristics, good range and a low and 7 frames, is something you won't find very often. Nier only gets access to this when Death isn't around, basically, right? Far M, we talked about. Far H, this is the only button Nier has that is, like, still a god button, basically. Nier had a bunch of god buttons back in the day, and they all got hit. They all got hit. Except, as far as I'm aware, this is just still kind of an insane... I mean, this is... Look at that fucking shit. Again, it's worse when Death is out, right? But, like, this is the only thing that's still left in her kit that I would consider, like, this is bigger than, this is bigger than Galleon 5H, and it's faster, too, right? And Nier gets significant conversions off just hitting you in the mid-screen like that, too, right? Far H got shadow nerfed by increasing her startup hurt box. I keep hearing this, and different Niers keep telling me different things. People say that, people say nope, it's actually exactly the same, no it never changed, no it did change. This is like in the Versuja patch. I never understood what the consensus on that was. I've been told that happened, and then a bunch of, I can't remember who, but also I've been told that didn't happen. So, I don't know. The button is still really good though. The button is still, like, even if there's a bigger startup hurt box, still an exceptional Far. It's not a good Far H, sorry. It's not a good Far H, it's not even a great Far, this shit is exceptional. Right, especially for how much reward Nier can get off these, like, pokes in the mid-screen. This is, like, to me, this is still, like, the only real god button that she still got in her kit, right? 2U used to be one of those, 2M used to be one of those, right? These buttons are now, they're good, but they get hit, and they got hit even harder if Death has been summoned, right? These things are tiny without Death. People are delusional, I'm the only person that doesn't gaslight. I'm more delusional than the others. Yeah, 2U is so busted, bro, and it's still good. Like, they nerfed the hitbox on this a couple of times, maybe? And it's still, this is a good 2U, man. This is, like, 11 frames, sure, but, like, this thing was gigantic. And it got made smaller, and again, it got made, I think the nerf was even bigger to the Deathless version, right? But does the no death restriction include normals that have death? Yeah, like, Far H is also worse, right? Even though Death literally is the one doing it, Far H is still worse, even without, when Death is summoned, sure. Only once in 1.5? Maybe. Oh, I guess because it was 2 different nerfs, right? It was a nerf to the Deathless and Deathful version, right, and I'm mixing that up as 2 separate nerfs. Yes. But yeah, this button is still good, but it was even better. Right? This shit was even bigger back in the day. So yeah, Nier, the general takeaway is that Nier still has a kit of strong buttons, right? And they're buttons that the character is poised to convert off of these better than most characters in the video game if you just get some random poke in the mid-screen. It's just that they're not quite as absurd as they used to be. Right, except maybe this one. Again, to my understanding, there's some hearsay, there's some he said, she said. To my understanding, this button is exactly as godlike as it was on release. The only thing about it is that the rest of the character around it got nerfed. Right?
Let's destroy.
She can do those normals, they just get nerfed? Yes. So no Far H? No, not no Far H. It's weaker. See, this is Far H. This is Far H without death. This is Far H with death. It's just bigger. Right? It's not she can't do them, they get nerfed. Exactly. Also have to get used to the range when death's on cooldown / out in the field. Yeah. I mean, for the 250 restrictions. Oh, the no death. That's what you mean. Oh, I see. In my head, I was thinking of it as you can't summon death. Right? I didn't think it would count like Far H. I think just not being able to summon death and having to basically play like this is probably enough, but... Because all of them include... If that's the case, you can't do any normals besides Far L and 2L, right? Because 2U, 2M, Far M, Far H, they all include death, right? Those are death's claws that you're seeing right here, right? Like, this is death doing this for 2U. This is death's claws, right? But yeah, so... her air normals, right? JM is her cross-up button. Pretty solid cross-up button, right? Nothing to really be too mad about. JH is a pretty nice, deep-hitting guy, right? A little smaller than it looks. You can see right there, but it's still, it's a decent JH. Very classic, active all the way down JL. And then JU's a little special because it does this death summon, right? If death's already out, or if I suppose if death is yeah. Is it not? Oh, I see. I could have sworn. How do you get the actual hit on this if they nerfed? Is it like if you have to hold it? Is it hold? Is that what does it? I guess death has to be doing something. I see. Oh yeah. I see. Okay. Cool. Anyway, point being, yeah, JU's a little funky. This used to be, you know, this used to be the god of the game. This used to be the unfuzzyable high-low mix, right? But now JU is a button used to summon death in midair, I guess. But otherwise, her jumping buttons are quite good. Dashing buttons, right? Nier got her 6XL range nerfed, I think, in, was it the Vayne patch? I think so, right? She still got a pretty solid 6XL. It just was even better, right? Nier, she had some serious roller skates on this shit. It's still good, but it is certainly, like, they made it smaller than, I think, some of, like, the real insane ones, right? Like, Catalina, I think, hits your ass from here, genuinely, a lot of the time, like, with instant 6XL. Nier is almost there, but it is smaller, right? It is smaller than it used to be. This used to be, like, again, she was actually on ice. Statistically, it's one of the worst, actually. Really? Maybe I'm just used to Divas, because I'm like, this looks okay. But yeah, they did nerf this. They did nerf this, certainly. This used to be significantly better than it was. Air summon can be used as a pseudo air stall? I mean, like, yeah, but like, I guess. I'm not so sure. But yeah. 6XM is this side swap overhead, right? So it's both left, right, and high, low. Of course, left, right doesn't really matter in Grand Blue that much because you have the guard button, but this is also an overhead, right? So you have to be holding the guard button and be ready to also block this high, right? It is, I have the statistics, but she's bottom 10, both in distance and proximity between 6XL close to M. Interesting. But yeah, so the funny thing about this move, counterattack on far H on block, this is punishable on block, right? -6. And it is also negative even on hits, unless it's a counter hit. So you don't really do this in a vacuum unless you really need the kill. If you're not using the block button, do you hold left or right? She's hitting you on, you hold away from Nier, right? So if it started here, right? You would hold left. It's a left-right, right? So you hold away from the character when they hit you, always. So if Nier's gonna end up here, you would hold backwards, right? You would hold, like, this way, basically. But yeah, if you were the crouching, crying Nier right now. 6XH is a 6XH. I don't know, you know, maybe this can help you extend off, like, you know, really long distance hit confirms off of this or something like that sometimes, but, you know, it's a 6XH. I don't know if it's, I actually don't know the properties of this on block. Seems like it's, yeah, it's not in throw range, so I guess it's always safe, you know. Yeah, might be good for, like, some combos where you need the range if death hits them too far away. On counter hit, I think you do, like, get stuff, right? Yeah, on counter hits you get that, like, kind of knock-up behavior, right? So it's a 6XH. It's not bad. It being always safe is certainly not that, it's certainly a good thing, right? But yeah, so those are Nier's normals. I forgot about that. Let's go back into the character guide here. Basic low hit confirm combo. Okay, 2M that into light ominous turn. Interesting. Bonk. Nope. Okay. The window to chain the special is a little smaller than I thought, actually. And then really? 2H into M into 236M. I see. Okay. Why am I doing it too early? I feel like sometimes me cancel is not coming out. Hold on. This, that, yeah, what? I'm trying to hit this right here, but it's not coming. I'm not sure. I guess I'm doing it too early. I'm not sure if I'm doing it too, yeah. Oh, that was too late. If it comes out but it doesn't combo, you were too late. There you go. And then it will be the medium version. Gotcha. Two normals usually start are either 2-2L or 2-1-4H. It's the only ones that combo off everything. The only thing 2-2L doesn't combo from is far L. 2-1-4H does. Gotcha. Bonk. I guess I can just match it. So the idea here is not that this combos, but that it sets up a good situation for you, I guess? Like, this lets you then do the funny? Like, they land into the plus frames, I suppose, is the idea? It seems to miss right there, so that's... You back up it before the 2H? Yeah, okay, okay. I was gonna say. Doesn't seem good, but I guess, yeah, my spacing is a little... I do have time to adjust that. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes I'm not getting that Fatal Waltz. Yeah, okay, okay. Gotcha. Like this, the timing to actually get the special. Yeah, like, right there, I hit it and it didn't come out. I guess I'm too... I guess it's too early? Can I just hold the button like Sandalphon? Is that a thing? Yeah, I can. Okay, okay. You have to do a special cancel while death is out? And getting it too early? It looks like I can hold it, so that's good news. We can do like a yeah, we can hold it. You can do like a Sandalphon elements type deal here. That's very good news. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Right. Refund combos? Excuse me? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Yeah, you can hold it. Oh, that's actually huge. It's just like Sandalphon. I need to see input history. I think I'm doing it too early. I mean, you can see when I hit the button, but it looks like it doesn't. Like if I just hold it, it looks like timing doesn't matter. So that's good. Yeah, if I hold it, it comes out. Okay, that's fine by me. Let's keep going. I was just sorry. I wanted to confirm that because it's gonna be kind of important, probably. Auto combo, bonk, bonk. Yeah, if you hold it. Okay, that's great news. Actually, that's gonna make this significantly less annoying. Sure. Right. Auto combo, 214L, H. Looks like 214L into H is a big one, certainly. Seems like that works all the time, right? Does it work into does it work into this guy? Yes, it does, yeah, so we can also just do that, too. We can save ourselves some death gauge there, potentially. That's a little bit less damage, but it's like the same combo, basically, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with, oh, wait, I'm deathless, yeah. Nothing wrong with just doing... Oh, I guess... Oh, you can... Oh, but I guess maybe they won't be... In this case, you can't do this combo because they won't be held in place for as long, right? You can't, like, wait for them to fall. Yeah. Auto combo 214H, 236L, 22H, 66JU. Excuse me? Close H, 5U. If you're going to super, you're not saving any stocks. Well, wouldn't you still get death back if you didn't spend as many stocks before the super? Like, super doesn't spend all the stocks. It just unsummons death, right? But I guess you're saying because super does more damage the lower stocks you're at, so you'd rather just spend as much as you can? Super does more damage less than 3? I think it does more... There's three different thresholds for it, actually. I think it's like 12 to 9, 8 to 4, and less than 3... Or 8 to... Or 12 to 8, 7 to 3, and less than 3, or something like that? It does, If you're doing super, it's gonna be for the kill. I see. High break started near proper yet or still in the lobbing phase? Still in the lobbing phase. This character is funky. Normally when they link into super, they spend it all? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, 2H. H misfortune. That's something, I guess. For a non-counter hit combo. Can you do anything else here? Like, can I do... Yeah, I guess you can, but... Oh, what the hell? Wait, really? M? That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected... Sure. Maybe that's like height dependent. If I hit them really low, it might not work. I didn't expect M to work though, but I guess it does. 13, 8, and 3 are the thresholds. Thank you. Okay, counter hit anti-air combo. 2H, spot dodge, U. Oh, interesting. Sure. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's an interesting idea. And then similar idea to before. Yeah. Yes, you know. Oh, now you always do H. Why? Does it have more untechable time? Or what's the idea there? Why would you always do H? It's certainly an interesting combo, though. Oh, you have to spot dodge first, yeah. I like that. Again, you can hold this to make it a lot easier for it to come out. I like that. More consistent and combos. I see. Cool. Practical mid-range combo. 2-2-U. Okay, so I'm seeing a pattern here, right? Like H into 214H into 236H seems very, very common. Like that seems like a very, at least as far as the, I'm not getting close H, interesting. As far as the combo trial is concerned, this seems like a very fundamental part of the combo theory here. So sure. 2H, 623H, delay 22L, 236H. I see, and you can't do that delay if you don't do it because, if you don't do H, because they won't have enough hit stun. Sure. 214U. Yeah, into 66H, 1, 2, oh, really? 66H, 1, no. Do I have to do it later, I guess, after death already knocks them up? They have a little bit more height? Yeah, gotcha. Yes, yes, okay. You have to wait for death to be done knocking them up so you get more height on it. That makes sense. Basically, no one does this 236M ender, though. Everyone does reload, so you'd 5U at the end? Is that what? Reload, I assume, is 5U and let death come back. Combo Trials want you to use 236M, okay, and I don't recommend it. That's 2 separate Niers now that I've said this. It's like, would you just do this? Is that how you would end the combo normally? Yeah, I see. Okay, okay. I like that idea too. 5U to unsummon death. Do you get the gauge that you get when 5U hits? The gauge that you get when 5U hits, is that, do you get that even on the 5U that unsummons death? Do you know what I mean? Like, if the 5U that the 5U that hits them is the one that unsummons death, does the fact, do you also still, yes? Okay, okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, so yeah, that's very worth doing then, I see. Yes, it does? Okay, okay, okay. That's very, very, I understand now why you guys say to do that then. That makes a lot of sense. Interesting. I see, okay, okay, cool. And then... I was watching you lab that corner Ladiva combo, the delayed Raging Strike a few days back. It helped a lot. I'm glad to hear it, man. 6-6H, interesting. Oh, Misfortune, yeah, yeah. So this is, yeah, this is your, I mean, this is what passes for a dump combo these days. And then you do SSBA, and it leaves you at below 3 stocks. Sure, I got the idea of this, again, is that you want to be at 1 to 3 stocks when you do the SSBA in the end, right? I'm so close to hitting that shit in a real match. There's a lot of ways to make it slightly easier, too. I believe charge gives more meter. That'll make sense. That'll make sense. I mean, we can test it right now, but I would imagine so. This isn't too bad, actually. It was like this, that, this, that? I think? I've already forgotten slightly what the actual combo was. I think it was this. Not quite, because they had more, they had fewer stocks left at the end. I forgot a death special in there somewhere, but interesting. Well, hold on. What exactly was it again? It was 2-1-4-8-6-2. Oh, ominous turn. I see. It's ominous turn again. Yeah. This guy, and then 1, and then this guy. I see. Yeah. Is that more, or I assume that's more damage than the thing that I did, right? Hup. 1, hup. That's a little more. Yeah, it's a little more. I can do it from regular Brave Chain. I'm trying to figure out the best way to trap people into the close H. It's pretty meaty. Yeah, it's slightly more damage. The close H read, and I read it pretty meaty on their wake up if they press anything. Yeah, if you can meaty it, certainly you can meaty close H. You can also, if people are, you can try to like run up and like delay a close H to catch them mashing, but we're gonna be here for a while if you let any Nier teach combos. It's also just not what, you know, it's not I'm not out here trying to just learn the optimal way to, like, it's not, the Ables try to do the same thing, then Armayas try to do the same thing. It's not really what I'm interested in doing. I'm not here to lab combos for 3 hours and figure everything out. 6-3 does more damage than everyone. 2-1-4, 2-2 do the same. 2-6 does less. Gotcha. So when in doubt, Misfortune is a good thing to fit into combos as much as I can. Sure. Okay, so I now am going to try and come up with something basic for myself, basically, right? I do like the idea of ending in 5U. I think I'm going to definitely steal that, right? And it seems like a very easy way to do that is, you know, if you're ever close enough for like this to cross up, basically, right? Something like this. Right, like just so, like a very basic idea of like if we're close enough that ominous turn crosses them up, right? Then we can do whatever into 5U at the end. Sure. And I guess you can do if you like hit them from way further away, then that's kind of maybe at that point you would do would you do like, oh, what the hell? What was that? Why did she like not move at all there? Hey Rick, do you want to learn a basic mid-screen cash out? You put basic in quotes. That makes me not trust you. Yeah, I'm not really. I guess if you're a little further away, maybe it can be harder to end the combo in 5U. I wouldn't teach optimals because I don't do them either. Fair. Like if I poke from like really far away, It might just be a matter of, yeah, I'm not really sure. You can spend a shit ton of meter, but it doesn't seem like a good idea. Maybe if you poke from... If you want exactly one combo, you can default to 214H, 236L, 22H. And you can run up and do... I see. Auto combo into 5U. Yeah, but from does that work from, like, these really big poke distances? Seems not, right? I put an asterisk to put emphasis on basic. Well, likely story, pal. Yeah, if you do from far enough, like from these really big poke distances, it seems a little bit harder to do, I guess. Right, like I can't really get auto combo from like 5H, like max 5H poke range, no? Like you're saying 214H into this guy. I'm not gonna, unless I'm recovering quicker than I give myself credit for here. No, I don't think so, right? I can get 6XL and nothing. It works? Okay, well, what am I doing wrong? Because it looks like she's just stuck. I think you have to do the specials quicker to be able to dash up. Interesting. Okay. So if we're like over here, I know I whiffed a 2H right there. That's because I was trying to spam it as fast. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. Holding the button is my lord and savior. Yeah. Holding the button is my lord and savior. I'm a big fan. Triggering the summon animation twice. I see. But I did it one time, and now I've forgotten what I did on the controller for it to work. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Also, we're doing 2-2L, I guess, just for the sanity of our stocks. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Holding, if you hold the buttons, it comes out as fast as possible, and that does make that significantly easier. I see. If it crosses up, then it's, you know, if from up close, it's even easier. Easy clap, yeah. Again, holding the button is my best friend, certainly. You do okay. You can only do 2 hits of auto combo into it. It looks like you don't get all 3. Gotcha. Yeah. Doesn't seem like you can. What about 2? 1, 2. Yeah, you can get 2. That's good. The third one hits them away too far. If you cross up, you can do a JU as well instead of a 5U. Is that more gauge or something like that? Actually, can I do like that? Is that more? Yeah, is that more gauge actually to do the charged version? I don't know. Like if I'm just a little deathless baby boy, right? If I hit you with that versus that, it looks like it's maybe the same. Maybe it's a little bit more or something. You can get 2 reloads. I see. Gotcha. Okay. That honestly, like this as an idea of just whatever conversion into this, right? I'm totally okay with that. Charge gives 2 seconds back instead of 1, if I remember correctly. Gotcha. Thanks to 2.1, it's the same? Oh! Well, never mind. It looked a little bigger, but maybe I'm just bad at eyeballing gauges. But yeah, that is a basic combo I like, right? It looks like, honestly, in the corner, like just the thing that they told us to do sounds pretty good to me, right? This whatever starter into Ominous Turn, right, into this, into 6-6H, right? That, the special to special canceling is still definitely new in my brain, like, it's not something that I'm immediately ready for. Like, if we want to cash out, we can do that, sure. If we want to just have some sort of... like this for like a less extreme corner combo. I mean, maybe we can just do a very similar idea to what we were doing before, right? I want this actually. I feel like I do want some sort of Oki Ender here. Actually, this is where like it might be a little harder to come by, right? Because I mean, here we could do something like that, which doesn't seem that bad to me. A little bit because since it's charged, it skips the first second where the gauge goes slower. I see. You should manage TBH with fundies in that basic combo. The rest you can ad-lib for the most part. Yeah, I think I personally, maybe it's like, it's blasphemous, but I kind of do like the idea of the 236M OP in the corner at the very least. You can again do 214H, 236L, 22H, charge 5U. Oh, because charge 5U wall. No, hold on, you got a point actually. Because charge 5U does wall bounce, so it actually can be a combo extender, right? So you're saying we would do the same thing basically, right? And then, oh, but yeah, that's gonna be an important thing to get used to doing. Yeah, I see. You could 6-6H or whatever. Huh. Sure. You know what? Let's just do it. We'll figure it out as we go. At the end of the day, do I have any sort of okay, think what if my opponent BCs here and see what's still good? I mean, I think she does just kind of get blown up by BC. I don't know how often BC is not just gonna kill Nier, personally, but he used to be one of the best characters in the game at dealing with that shit. I feel like that, like now it's probably the opposite. But I think the reason they don't like you doing 2-1-4 Amoki is because it leaves Death exposed to getting killed. I suppose, versus if you 5U, it's like you can't kill Death if I kill her myself. Kind of deal. I see the vision. BC kills Nier always? Yeah. She used to be really good at dealing with it. Now she's probably one of the worst characters in the game at dealing with it, which is one of her biggest weaknesses, probably. Because if the strongest system mechanic in the game blows you the fuck out, you probably are not going to be in a good place in you know, said game that revolves around said system mechanic. But oh well, we'll see. Let's actually get into the run here and actually start playing some Nier. Don't like spending like an hour labbing combos. So that this basic idea of just, you know, like what's it called? 2-1-4H into this guy, into that guy. Like that's, I like that. That works for me. We can add a super to it at the end if we want. We can just go 2-hits into 5U to reload. It's flexible, right? One combo that's flexible and just works in a lot of situations, I think, is a really good way to learn a character.